There are many things that happen around us that we don't give much attention to. We have always seen many great personalities and their inspirational stories that inspire us, such as Elon Musk, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and many more. But there are many people around us who have gone through so much of difficulties, discrimination, humiliation, and later gained success. But some of them remain still now unknown to many, and some gained prominence only on certain countries. And we are going to narrate one of the incidents for you which took place in India, a country in South Asia, during the 90s. There was a boy who called himself an akkarmashi, which literally means impure of blood and half caste. Because he was born as an illegitimate son of a high caste patil and a poor landless untouchable mother. During those times, caste systems were at the high peak in India. Even though he was a Hindu, but Hinduism has many classifications based on caste. And those classifications determine their future, which job they should do, which job they should not do, and which way they should be treated according to the caste they were born. Brahmins come the first and the highest class members of Hinduism. Then comes the Kshatriyas, the third comes the Vaishyas, the fourth the Shudras, and the fifth is the Harijan, the last, or also known as the untouchables, or also called as Dalits. This boy was born as an untouchable, as his mother was a Dalit and she was married to another person, Idal Kamble. He went through a lot of caste discrimination and humiliation that all of the Dalit children faced during their school time or childhood. One of them were when his school teacher took them for a picnic at a farm called Girmalaya. The teachers and the higher caste students sat together under the best tree shade, that is a banyan tree, and the boys of his caste were made to sit under a tattered tree which nearly blocked any of the sunlight. The higher caste students and the teachers played games, but he and his friends could merely watch it. He and his friends did not even have proper food to eat, nor even a cloth to cover their tiffins. The only food they had was pale baharis. And the food that the higher caste students and the teachers had was a variety of different fried foods which they had never tasted in their lives. He and his friends don't even dare to share their food to their teachers as they were considered untouchables. At the end, the teacher stood up and asked the higher caste students to pick up all of the leftover food on a small piece of paper and give it to the untouchables without touching them. But those leftover foods made them excited and they acted like hungry vultures and they stuffed all of the food greedily. Their stomachs were as greedy as a beggar's snacks. By the time he reached home, he narrated all of these incidents to his mother, and his mother replied, "Why didn't you get at least a small portion of it for me? Leftover food is nectar." Her words made the whole Girmalaya farm quiver in his stomach. The next day at school, the teachers asked the students to write an essay on the experience of how the picnic went of yesterday's. Unfortunately, he had nothing to write. When everyone were writing, he sat worrying. By this time, the teacher noticed him apparently doing nothing. He grew annoyed and shouted, "You son of a bitch, come on, start writing. You like eating an ox, don't you?" He soon picked up his slate and pencil and kept thinking, but the only thing he remembered was the tattered tree, the hands of higher caste boys and girls handing the leftover food, and the question his mother asked, and the teacher calling him son of a bitch and beef eater. How should he start writing an essay? The teacher had asked for. These incidents created a greater and larger impact on the minds and hearts of the untouchables. The discrimination they faced, the humiliation. The teacher who is supposed to do good, to say good, and to teach good is not doing any of them. So for them, since then, the best way to find out the sufferings of the Dalits and the other marginalized sections is through words and emotions of those who have lived through the experience and who have the education and talent to write so vividly about it. So he began to write. He began to committedly write towards upliftment of the Dalit people. His name is Sharan Kumar Limbale, and now he has spent over more than 40 books, but is best known for his autobiographical novel Akkarmashi, published in 1984, and it was translated into many languages, and in English it is known as The Outcast, published in 2003. And many more well-known critics were written by Limbale, and in 2018 he was selected for Saraswati Samman Sanatan, conferred by the K.K. Birla Foundation, and that is the highest recognition in the field of Indian literature in the country. Apart from citation, it carries a plaque and an award worth of Rs 15 lakh. For me and other Dalit writers, writing is a form of rebellion, and our protest is both on the streets and on the paper. My words are my weapons. The incident that I narrated above is just one incident out of many they have experienced in their childhood. There is nothing impossible in this world. Never discriminate anyone on the basis of caste, creed, sex, or color. It may leave a great impact on the hearts of people. You never know when they will rise from below you to the most highest position. And when you feel that the whole society needs a change, write and educate yourselves and the society. Whether it is on your Instagram stories or WhatsApp or any social media or on your paper. Remember, your words are your weapons. But do you know what's the worst part? Untouchability still continues in many places in India. The excerpt is taken from the English translation of the autobiographical novel Akkarmashi of Limbale, also known as The Outcast. Thank you for watching. Hope it inspired you. There is nothing you cannot do in this world unless you try. Take care and stay blessed. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe and share it to all your beloved ones.